A phone buzzes. Angry words flash across the screen. Traffic jams your morning. Nerves fray. A boss snaps. Your jaw tightens fast. Day after day, chaos pulls you in. Rushing, chasing, yet feeling empty still. What if you just stopped reacting? Rage builds. Colorado Entrol slips through your hands. A silent thief stalks your calm daily, draining strength, clouding your steady mind. Marcus whispers. You hold the reins. Two paths lie before you now. One burns hot, the other stays cold. Are you driving or being driven? Who rules your mind in this storm? Stillness can be your shield, unbroken. Before these truths unfold to guide, a man once stood where you stand. Listen to his quiet fight now. A man trudges through a crowded day. Voices clash, demands pile on high. He clenches fists, anger burns inside. A colleague sneers, words cut like blades. His chest tightens, pulse races too fast. Ready to shout, to strike, to break. He stops, breathes, feels the storm rage. Eyes close, noise fades to distant hum. Why fight a wind that never stops? He lets it pass, stands still, unmoved. Fists loosen, his dignity holds the line. A choice dawns, quiet, sharp, and clear. Strength isn't loud, it's a silent root. Anger's a wave, crashing, then gone. Silence anchors, deep beneath the tide. A man like him walked this path. Now, truths await to forge your core. If you see him in you, stay. Lesson 1. You react too fast. A car swerves, cuts you off. Your hands grip tight, heart races. The urge to honk surges fast. Words boil up, ready to spill. A coworker snaps, tone sharp, biting. Your chest burns, anger bubbles slow. At home, a text stabs deep. You type back, fingers trembling hard. This reflex feels normal, even right. Shouting, glaring, snapping seems so small, but each outburst carves a crack. Your calm erodes. Control slips away. Energy drains, leaving you hollow, tired. Rage clouds your mind, blurs your sight. You lash out, then feel the weight. A kit pine festers, unnoticed, deep, day by day. Reactions steal your peace. You fear losing grip, becoming weak. Epictetus saw this, ages past. You control only your mind, he urged. Cars speed by, beyond your reach. Their chaos dances, a storm untamed. That colleague's words, they're not your chain. The text, a spark, not your fire. Why let others pull your strings? Why surrender your power so fast? Pause here, breathe, feel the air shift. Breathe slow, let the heat fade out. Stand still, watch the moment pass. A boss barks, deadlines crush you down. Your jaw clenches, ready to fight back. But stop, ask, who owns this anger? Is this worth your inner strength? Traffic hums, people rush, noise builds. You could yell, curse, join the fray, or step back, watch, stay your course. The current pulls, but you can stand. Seneca knew, focus on what lasts. Your power lies in choosing now. A child spills juice, mess stains the floor. Your voice rises, frustration spills free. But does this shift the day's course? Does this mend what's already done? You fear this heat defines you now. You dread becoming the one who breaks. Yet deep down, you crave stillness, a quiet core, a place of rest. Choose this, drop the second arrow. The first hits, life's jab, it lands. The second, your rage, you can stop, breathe again, feel your pulse slow down. Walk away from drama, not into it. A stranger glares, tests your thin line. Let them pass, hold your boundaries firm. Silence carves your strength, not noise. Now, truths build to guard your core. Lesson 2. A man's betrayal stings. A friend promised loyalty, stood close, shared late nights, secrets, heavy trust. He turns, lies, speaks behind your back. Words twist, sharp, a blade unseen. You trusted him, opened your core. Now doubt creeps, stabs at your calm. Your chest tightens, anger bubbles slow. You replay his words, over, over. You want to call, confront, demand why. This feels natural, a fire to feed. But stop, see the quiet cost. Rage gnaws your peace, clouds your sight. Betrayal cuts, leaves a silent wound. Trust shatters, pieces litter your mind. Each thought of him drains your strength. You feel small, power slipping away. Doubt grows, a weed in your heart. You fear this defines your worth now. Night falls, you sit, staring, lost. His voice echoes, mocking your faith. Marcus knew this, felt this sting. They err for they don't know, he said. Men falter, lost in their own fog. Their flaws aren't yours to carry long. You can't mend his heart, his lies. His path twists, beyond your grasp. Why let his shadow dim your light? Why clutch a hurt that isn't yours? Pause here, breathe, feel the air shift. Let his words drift, like fallen leaves. A colleague nods, then undermines your work. You burn, want to prove him wrong, but step back. See his broken lens. His betrayal reflects him, not you. You crave trust, a bond unbroken. You dread a world cold, alone. Yet here, a quiet truth waits. Seneca whispered, "Bear others, be strong." Wish him well, silently, from afar. Guard your core, keep it unmoved. A brother scoffs, dismisses your dream. Your pulse races, hurt swells inside. You could lash out, match his scorn, or stand tall, let it pass through. Their actions dance, a storm untamed. You choose your step, your steady ground. Look deep, find your own North Star. His lie stings, but can't own you. At dawn, you walk, streets loud, chaotic. People rush, some judge, some turn. You could shrink, fear their next move. Instead, lift your gaze, stay firm. Kindness disarms, a quiet blade cuts. Offer it, not for them, for you. You long for peace amid this noise. You seek dignity, a line held tight. Betrayal bites, but you can stand. Let their chaos swirl, not your heart. Kindness heals, strength builds in silence. Now, more truths shape your steady core. Lesson 3. You crave their approval. Why do I need their nods? Eyes follow you, judging every step. A boss frowns, your stomach twists tight. Friends laugh, you shift, feel small. You speak, hoping they clap, agree. Nights drag, you replay their words. Did they like me or turn away? You mold yourself, fit their frame. Seeking praise, you bend, you stretch. This chase feels normal, even wise. But craving their gaze steals your calm. Your worth wanes, tied to their looks. Dignity fads, a slow, quiet leak. You lose sleep, fear their cold shrug. A post goes unseen, silence stings deep. You refresh, count likes, heart sinks. Their nods lift you, then drop fast. You dread their scorn, a heavy chain. You're pulled, swayed, a leaf in wind. Seneca saw this, ages before now. Virtue is your mirror, he urged. Others judge, their lenses fogged, flawed. Their thoughts drift, beyond your grasp. Why lean on a shaky reed? Why let their whispers shape your core? Pause now. Sit. Feel your breath. Look within. Find your steady line. A stranger glares, doubts your bold move. You shrink, crave his faint smile. But stop. Ask. Whose voice matters? Is their nod your guiding star? You long for strength, not their claps. You fear a life led by others. At work, you push, seek their praise. A faint good fuels you, then fades. You tweak your words, your walk, your way, all to fit, to win their eyes. But their approval, a gust, blows past. Your power lies in standing unmoved. Marcus knew, men chase hollow cheers. Your mind's your judge, he wrote. A friend nods, then drifts, distracted. You ache, wonder what you did wrong. Let them turn, let them fade. Your worth burns, a fire inside. Walk a street, heads turn, some scoff. You could bow, adjust, please them all. Or lift your chin, hold your ground. Value your own gaze, not theirs. You crave calm, a heart at rest. You dread bending, losing your shape. Night falls, you sit, thoughts race wild. Their opinions swirl, a storm of noise. Breathe deep, let them slip away. Stand firm, your roots die deep. Strength grows in your silent choice. More truths wait to build you up. Leçon 4. Cows pulls you in. Life's a river, swift, untamed, wild. News blares, screens flash, voices clash. A call jolts, bad news lands hard. Your heart races, thoughts spin, unravel. Bills stack high, deadlines choke your breath. Friends argue, politics split, noise builds. You scroll fast, sucked into the storm. Dramaturgs pulls you deep under. You try to fight, to steer, resist. This feels normal, a daily current. But chaos gnaws, erodes your steady core. Focus drifts, energy leaks, slow, unseen. You feel trapped, drowning in the rush. Pain grows, a weight you can't lift. You fear losing grip, sinking low. A coworker snaps, you're pulled to clash. Your phone buzzes, anger hooks you again. You shout back, caught in the swirl. Each wave drags, leaves you tired, lost. Marcus saw this, stood above it. You steer your ship, he wrote firm. The river roars, but you're not it. Waves crash, yet your helm holds tight. Why leap into waters not yours? Why let the flood sweep your will? Pause now, stand, feel the ground. Breathe slow, let the noise rush past. A friend vents, rage fills the air. You nod, feel the urge to dive. But stop, see the storm's true face. It's theirs, not your weight to bear. You crave calm, a stillness unshaken. You dread K's owning your mind. Traffic stalls, horns blare, tempers flare. You could join, yell, feed the mess, or step back, watch, stay your course. The current pulls, but you can stand. Seneca knew. Focus on what lasts. Your power lies in choosing now. A child cries, spills, tests your edge. Your pulse jumps, frustration claws inside. You could snap, let chaos win fast. Instead, pause, see the smallness here. Life hums, 1,000 storms rage on. People rush, scream, days blur. You feel pulled, stretched, torn apart. But your ship sails, you grip the wheel. You long for boundaries, a steady line. You fear dissolving in this roar. Night falls, noise lingers, thoughts race. You sit, stare, feel the weight press. Breathe deep, let the river flow free. Steer back, anchor in your core. Your helm holds your power, unswayed. More truths rise to steady your way. Lesson 5. You fear their words. A stranger glass, eyes sharp, cold. Words fly, harsh, they cut you deep. Your chest tightens, doubt creeps in slow. You freeze, wonder what they think. A boss snaps, critique your every move. You shrink, feel small, voice fades. Friends jest, their jabs land hard. You laugh, but inside, Pennsylvania in stings. People whisper, glance, judge your path. You shift, twist, try to fit in. This fear seems quiet, almost unseen, yet it grips, steals your steady ground. Dignity wanes, a slow, silent drain. You lose sleep, replay their sharp tones. Their words echo, a relentless drum. You dread scorn, a weight on your back. You feel exposed, raw, pulled apart. A colleague mocks, doubts your bold plan. Your heart races, confidence cracks fast. You could fight, prove them all wrong. The Stoic stands, lets words fall free. Epictetus knew, opinions can't touch you. People speak, their minds clouded, lost. Their thoughts swirl, not yours to hold. Why let their noise shake your core? Why carry a burden not your own? A driver yells, curses through the glass. You flinch, feel the urge to snap. But pause, see their anger, not yours. The Stoic stays, calm, unmoved, firm. Breathe now, feel your roots dig deep. Let their voices fade like passing wind. A friend scoffs, dismisses your quiet dream. You burn, crave to win their nod. But stop, ask, who shapes your worth? The Stoic builds, trusts his own line. You fear their gaze, their cold doubt. You long for strength, a shield within. At work, a sneer tests your edge. You could bow, adjust, please them all. Or lift your chin, hold your space. The Stoic walks, eyes clear, steady. Marcus saw, your mind's your fortress. Their words fly, arrows missing the mark. A crowd stares, some turn, some mock. You feel the pull, the sting, the weight. You could shrink, hide, fear their view. The Stoic stands, rooted, still, true. You crave calm, a heart at rest. You dread bending, losing your frame. Night falls, their words linger, haunt. You sit, thoughts race, seeking peace. Breathe slow, let their echoes slip away. The Stoic knows, you define your light. Immovable, that's your core, your strength. More truths call to forge your way. Lesson 6. You chase empty wins. Seeking praise, a crowd claps. You feel alive. You post online, eyes hunt likes. Numbers climb, your chest swells fast. A boss nods, you glow, chase more. You work late, crave their well done. Friends cheer, you ride the high. You push harder, seek louder applause. Fame calls, a siren in the dark. You run, grasp at fleeting glances. This chase feels big, even vital, but praise fades, leaves you empty. A hollow H grows, quiet, deep. You lean on claps, lose your base. Each nod lifts, then drops you low. You fear the silence, no cheers. You dread a life without their eyes. A deal wins, they pat your back. You smile, but inside, doubts creep. Tomorrow they forget, turn away fast. You scramble, build a taller stage. Marcus saw this, stood beyond it. Fame dies fast, he carved in thought. Cheers echo, then vanish, like smoke. Their hands clap, a gust, then gone. Why build your worth on shifting sand? Why chase a light that blinds you? Pause now, sit, feel your breath. Look deep, find your steady flame. A stranger praises, you beam, then wait. Next day, silence. Your mood dips low. You could run, seek more loud wins, or stop, see the hollow core. You crave strength, not their faint nods. You fear fading, unseen, unmissed. At work, you climb, hunt the top. A title lands, they cheer, you rise. But night falls, the thrill slips away. You lie awake, feel the quiet void. Seneca knew, look to your roots. Your worth burns, not in their gaze. A friend boasts. You ache to match. You push, strain, chase their shadow. But stop. Ask, what lasts truly? Does their clap fill your silent heart? Crowds pass. Their voices blur, fade. You could bend, live for their sound, or stand tall, hold your own light. You long for dignity, a firm line. You dread a life, hollow, chaste. Dawn breaks, noise hums, calls you out. You feel the pull, the old race. Breathe slow, let their echoes drift. Your fire glows, deep, yours alone. Truth remains. Unshaken, your own. More truths rise to anchor your core. Lesson 7. You cling to comfort. A warm bed holds you tight. Morning calls. You linger. Stay still. The couch pulls. Hours slip away. You scroll screens. Safe. No risk. Work waits. But you dodge the edge. A task looms. You turn he the fest. Comfort wraps. A soft, quiet trap. You skip the gym. Choose easy bites. Rain falls. You stay. Doors shut. This feels good. A gentle shield. But ease numbs, dulls your sharp core. Strength fades. A slow, silent leak. You grow soft. Lose your firm grip. Days blur. Time drifts. Purpose wanes. You fear the cold, the hard step. You dread effort, a heavy unknown. A friend calls, plans a bold move. You nod, but cling to routine. The clock ticks, chances pass, unseen. You sink deeper, wrapped in soft chains. Marcus knew, comfort binds, holds tight. You must rise, face the day, he urged. Ease tempts, a siren in calm waters. But growth waits beyond the warm haze. Why rest in a cage of softness? Why let ease steal your fire? Pause now, stand, feel your breath. Step out, let the chill wake you. A job pushes, demands stretch you thin. You retreat, seek the familiar nest. But stop, see comfort's quiet cost. It robs your will, dims your light. You crave dignity, a path with weight. You fear a life, stale, unmoved. Snow falls, roads slick. You hesitate. You could stay, warm, safe, still. Or lace boots, walk the rough way. Challenge carves, builds your steady base. Seneca saw, ease weakens, toil strengthens. Your power grows in the hard push. A goal sits, distant, calls you out. You flinch, cling to the easy now. But ask, does this feed your core? Does comfort hold your true self? Streets hum, life moves, tests your grit. You could hide, wrap in quiet bliss, or step forward, face the sharp wind. You long for strength, a solid stand. You dread wasting days, a slow fade. Night settles, you sit, feel the pull. Comfort whispers, stay, rest, be still. Breathe deep, shake the soft grip off. Rise now, choose the tougher road. Toil shapes, forges your unmoved heart. More truths wait to lift you up. Lesson 8. A loss cuts deep. A job slips. Your desk sits empty. Years built, gone in one call. A friend drifts. Silence fills the gap. Your chest aches. A heavy, dull weight. Love fades. Their steps echo, faint. You grip memories. Cling to what was. Nights stretch. You stare. Mind races. You replay the moment, the final break. Loss lands, sharp, a blade through calm. You want to fight, pull it back. This sting feels raw, a fresh wound. Pain carves, hollows your steady core. Doubt creeps, steals your quiet strength. You feel torn, a piece goes missing. You fear this void, this endless ache. A deal fails, cache drain, plan crumble. Your hands shake, you curse the fall. You could drown, let sorrow swallow you. But stop, Breathe, feel the air shift. Loss burns, a fire through your roots. Marcus knew this, faced it, stood. All is change, he wrote, eyes clear. Jobs shift, people leave, time moves. Nothing stays. A river flows on. Why clutch what slips through hands? Why let loss rule your still heart? A pet's gone, their spot lies bare. You ache, tears well, chest caves in. You could sink, hold the hurt tight. But pause, see the tide, it turns. Seneca whispered, bear what comes, endure. Loss cuts, yet you can stand tall. You crave peace, a calm within storm. You dread this hole, a lasting mark, a dreamed ease. Your plan falls apart. You stare, stunned, feel the ground shake. You could rage, blame the cruel sky, or lift eyes, find your steady line. Life takes, strips, leaves you exposed. You feel small, lost in the dark. But stop, ask, does this own me? Can loss break what I still hold? Friends bus, tees vader, doors close. You long to lock them, keep them near. But they walk, their path, not yours. Breathe slow, let the hurt slip free. You fear this pain, this empty space. You seek strength, a root to grip. Dawn breaks, quiet. You sit, reflect. Loss lingers, a shadow on your step. You could curl, hide, nurse the sting, or stand, face it, feel the shift. All changes, nothing holds, all flows. Your power lies in letting go. A storm left you standing bare. You feel the weight, the silent loss. Breathe deep, find your core, unmoved. Endure, grow, forge a steady self. Strength rises, from ashes, still yours. More truths call, to build you strong. Lesson 9. You dread tomorrow. Night falls, your mind spins, restless. What comes next? A shadow looms large. Bills pile, a meeting waits, tense. You lie awake, heart pounds too fast. Will work crush you? Will plans fail? A call might sting, news might break. You picture loss, a job slips away. Doubt swirls, paints a dark, grim sky. Tomorrow feels heavy, a storm unseen. You toss, turn, dread the dawn's light. This fear seems real, grips you tight. It steals your calm, clouds your now. Focus drifts, a quiet, slow leak. You feel trapped, caged by what's ahead. You dread the fall, the unknown weight. A child asks, future plans. You freeze. Your voice shakes, no clear path shows. You could spiral, let worry own you. But stop, breathe, feel this moment here. Why fear a day not yet born? Marcus knew, live in the now. Tomorrow shifts, a mist, not solid. It's not yours, not here, not real. Why let shadows pull your strings? Why waste this breath on what's unborn? A boss hints, changes coming, soon. Your chest tightens, thoughts race, wild. You see failure, a fall, no ground. You could panic, brace for the worst. But pause, ask, can I shape this? Seneca said, dread less, do more. The sun rises, hours stretch, unknown. You fear the news, the next blow. You long for control, a steady grip. You dread a life tossed by chance. A friend calls, plans shift, you flinch. Your mind leaps, sees cracks, dark ends. You could cling, fight the coming tide, or stand still, let it roll past. Life hums, days turn, nothing stays. You feel the weight, the quiet pressure. But stop, see, today's yours to hold. Tomorrow's a ghost, not your chain. You crave peace, a mind at rest. You fear chaos, a future untamed. Rain taps, a storm might grow big. You could worry, Hide, wait it out, or lift your gaze. Face this day. Your power lies in this breath now. Marcus carved. You own this moment. A task looms, big. Your knees shake. You see it break, see you fail. But breathe, feel your feet, stand firm. You long for stillness, a clear mind. You dread drowning in what's not here. Night deepens, stars blink, time flows. You sit, thoughts dart, tomorrow taunts. Let it go. Release the unseen load. Anchor here, in what you touch. Focus sharpens, your strength takes root. More truths rise, to steady your step. Lesson 10. Time slips away. A clock ticks, secondrip, gun. You sit, scroll, hours melt fast. Dawn breaks, you blink, days half done. Tasks pile, you pause, feel behind. A meeting calls, you rush, stumble. Friends laugh, you join, time fades. You plan big, but minutes leak out. Nights fall, you stare, regret stings. Years blur, a decade slips, quiet. You chase dreams, yet delay. Wait, this feels normal, a soft drift. But time carves, steals your bold chance. Life shrinks, moments lost, never back. You feel rushed, stretched, always late. You fear the end, time runs thin. A child grows, fast, you miss it. Your heart sinks, moments slip through. You could hurry, chase, grasp at more. But stop, breathe, feel this breath now. Time's a river, flows, no pause. Marcus saw, each day you're all. Hours spin, a wheel, no grip. You can't hold it, can't slow it. Why waste this tick on idle haze? Why let hours slip, unclaimed, lost? A call waits, you dodge, put off. Your mind drifts, tomorrow feels safe. You long to act, to seize now. You dread a life, empty, undone. Work hums, deadlines press, you stall. You think, later, I'll start, I'll move. But later fades, a shadow, gone. You feel the weight, the quiet loss. Seneca knew, time's brief, use it. Your power lies in this one beat. A walk calls, you sit, scroll instead. The sun sets, another day drifts. You could mourn, curse the fleeting clock, or stand, mark this moment, yours. You crave purpose, a day well spent. You fear years gone, nothing built. A friend asks, join. You say soon. Time rolls, soon turns to never. You feel it slip, a silent stream. You could chase, rush, miss it all, or pause. Hold this breath, this now. Marcus carved, live as if last. Days stack, a tower, crumbling fast. You long for strength to grip time. You dread a life, wasted, thin. Night deepens, clock hums. You sit, regret whispers. What did I do? Breathe slow, feel this pulse, alive. This second's yours, a seed to plant. You fear the end, no mark left. You seek dignity, a life held firm. Dawn glows, a chance, a fresh tick. You could sleep, let it slide away, or rise, act, claim this day. Time flows, your hand steers the now. Strength builds, in each step, now. More truths rise, to guide your way. Lesson 11. You judge too harsh. A driver swerves, miss your lane. You glare, curse, label him a fool. A co-worker stumbles, misses a deadline. Your mind snaps, calls her lazy, weak. A friend forgets, skips your call. You stew, brand him selfish, cold. Strangers pass, clothes odd. You scoff, you size them up, quick, sharp. Judgment flows, fast, feels so right. You point, blame, build a tall wall. This habit bites, seems small, safe, but it twists. clouds your clear sight. Anger grows, a quiet, creeping weed. You push others out, lock your heart. You feel right, yet heavy, drained. You fear their flaws, mirror your own. You dread facing your shaky ground. A child spills, you snap, voice rises. You judge, call it clumsy, a mess. The room quiets, eyes drop, tense. You could condemn, hold the harsh line. The Stoic pauses, sees the wider view. Epictetus knew, men act, they err. People falter, lost in their fog. Their stumbles trip, not your steady step. Why cast stones at a broken road? Why let judgment chain your calm? A boss barks, you tag him cruel. Your chest burns, thoughts pile, dark. You could sneer, dismiss his worth. The Stoic breathes, lets labels fall. Breathe now, feel your pulse slow down. See their load, their silent fight. You crave peace, a mind unclouded. You fear harshness, a cold, lone cage. A stranger slows, blocks your path. You bristle, mind paints him slow, dumb. But stop, ask, what's his hidden weight? The Stoic nods, gives room, moves on. Marcus said, kindness mends, judgment breaks. Their flaws flash, not yours to fix. A friend trips, words slip, hurt lands. You judge, feel tall, then feel small. You could cling, keep the bitter score, or release, see their human step. You long for dignity, a steady core. You dread a heart, hard, shut tight. Dawn breaks, crowds move, some clash. You tag them wrong, loud, a mess. But pause, see, they walk, like you. The Stoic holds, judges self, not them. You fear your lens, sharp, unkind. You seek stillness, a gaze turned in. Night falls, you sit, thoughts swirl. Judgment stings, a blade you wield. Breathe deep, drop the heavy gavel. Turn inward, weigh your own way. Unmoved, you grow, beyond their flaws. More truths wait, to lift your strength. Lesson 12. Pain feels endless. A sharp ache, loss hits. A weight sinks deep. Your job gone. Desk bar, quiet. Love fades. Their voice echoes, faint. Knees shake. A fall twists your core. You wince, feel the sting drag on. Nights stretch dark. You lie awake. Thoughts circle. Pennsylvania, in claws. Won't let go. A bill lands, cash tight. Hope thins. You grip, brace, dread the next blow. This hurt feels vast, a heavy sea. It drowns, pulls, clouds your clear mind. You feel trapped, lost in the waves. Pain bites, a guest, stays too long. You fear this ache, a lasting mark. You sink, let it shape your day. A friend leaves, silence cuts, raw. Your chest burns, tears well, spill free. You could curse, fight the cruel tide, or pause, breathe, feel the storm pass. Marcus knew, all changes, he carved, steady. Pain comes, shifts, like wind, it moves. It stings now, but won't hold you. Why let hurt own your still heart? Why see this as your end? You crave rest, a break, a calm. You dread pain, a chain, no key. A call drops, bad news lands hard. Your pulse races, hands shake, cold. You could drown, let it pull you, or stand, find your breath, hold firm. Seneca said, endure, grow, bear the load. Pain visits, tests, but you can rise. A step hurts, body groans, slow. You flinch, fear this never lifts. You could fold, hide, nurse the ache, or lift eyes, see the wider sky. You long for strength, a solid root. You fear breaking, a fragile shell. Rain falls, cold, you feel the weight. You sit, stare. Pennsylvania. In. Fills the dark. You could cling, let it rule you. Or breathe, feel it ebb, slow, sure. Life turns, brings cuts, sharp, real. You feel each one, deep, alive. But stop, ask, does this last? Can pain break what I still hold? A dream cracks, plan fade, dust. You ache, wonder why, feel small. You could wail, let hurt win now. Or wait, watch, let it flow past. You seek stillness, a quiet core. You dread sinking, lost in this storm. Dawn glows, light breaks, pain lingers. You feel its grip, heavy, tight. Breathe slow, loosen its hold, gentle. Pain passes. A wave, not your sea. Strength grows, in bearing, in calm. More truths rise, to steady you. Lesson 13. You hoard useless things. Closets burst, stuffed with old clothes. Shelves sag, books unread, dust grows. You cling to trinkets, faded, worn. A watch ticks, broken, still kept. Drawers hide receipts, years old, faded. You hold tight, fear letting go. A gift sits, unused, ties you back. You stack boxes, memory pile high. More comes, bags, gadgets, shiny lures. You buy, feel full, then empty fast. This habit hums, feels safe, warm, but clutter binds, weighs your free step. Your space chokes, mind clouds, heavy. You lose calm, buried in old things. You fear release, a void too wide. You dread a life, bare, too light. A shirt hangs, worn once, now dust. You keep it, tied to one day. You could hoard, grip the past tight, or pause, ask, does this lift me? Marcus knew. Things fade, let go. Possessions pile, they own you now. They sit still, demand your care, time. Why chain yourself to useless weight? Why let stuff steal your clear air? Breathe now, look, see the load. A room full, yet you feel lack. You crave space, a mind unburdened. You fear loss, what's left without them. A sale calls, deals flash, you grab. Your hands fill, heart stays hollow, cold. You could stack, keep, hold it all. Or stop, sort, cut the heavy ties. Seneca said, need little, live free. Your strength grows in a lighter load. A photo fades, you clutch it still. Memories sting, you guard them close. You feel the pull, the old ache, but ask, does this serve me now? You long for freedom, a clean slate. You dread a life, trapped by things. Shelves groan, boxes block your way. You move slow, weighed by silent piles. You could keep all, stay tied down, or lift eyes, clear the quiet mess. Life hums, stuff tempts, pulls you in. You buy more, seek a quick fill. But stop, see, it's a fleeting rush. Clutter grows, your peace shrinks small. You seek dignity, a simple core. You fear sinking, drowned in excess. Night falls, you sit, surrounded, still. Things tower, a cage you built. Breathe deep, release one piece. Slow, let go, feel your roots take hold. Unmoved, you stand, lighter, clear. More truths wait to free your step. Lesson 14. Betrayal blinds you. A close ally swore to stand firm. Late nights, you shared plans, deep trust. He turns, whispers lies, stabs your back. Words leak, sharp, they pierce your calm. Your hands clench, chest burns, hot. You trusted, opened your heart wide. Now shadows dance, doubt clouds your view. You replay his tone, the sly shift. You want to shout, demand the truth. Eyes sting, anger boils, a restless fire. This cut feels raw, a fresh scar. Betrayal bites, shakes your steady ground. Pine festers, a quiet, creeping weight. You feel small, trust crumbles, dust. You fear this mark, a lasting sting. A partner drifts, breaks a silent vow. Your pulse races, thoughts spin, wild. You could curse, chase him, fight back, but stop, breathe, feel the air cool. His shadow lingers, a ghost, not yours. Marcus knew this, faced the same. They err, blind to good, he wrote. Men stray, lost in their own haze. Their twists turn, beyond your hold. Why let his knife cut your core? Why carry a load not your own? A colleague nods, then undercuts your step. Your jaw tightens, heat floods your veins. You could glare, match his cold game, but pause, see his fog, his flaw. You crave dignity, a line held fast. You dread a heart, torn, unmoored. A friend laughs, then sells your secret. Your chest caves, hurt swells, raw. You could strike, burn the bridge down, or stand, let his words fall free. Seneca saw, wish them well, endure. His betrayal paints him, not you. You long for peace, a steady shield. You fear this wound, a trust undone. Dawn breaks, streets hum, people shift. Someone sneers, breaks a quiet bond. You feel the sting, the silent break. You could cling, rage, hold the hurt, or breathe, release, find your base. Life deals cuts, sharp, real, sudden. You feel exposed, shaken, left bara. But stop, ask, does this own me? Can his deed dim my light? A vow breaks, dies snap, fade. You ache, wonder why, feel lost. You could drown, let betrayal blind you, or lift eyes, see your own way. You seek strength, a root, unmoved. You dread sinking, lost in his storm. Night falls, you sit, thoughts churn. His face flashes, a blade in mind. Breathe slow, let the hurt slip off. His path bends, yours stays true. Kindness mends, a quiet force builds. You stand, unmoved, your core still whole. More truths rise to forge your calm. Lesson 15. You run from silence. Noise hums, phones buzz, screens glow bright. You scroll fast, fill the quiet void. Voices chatter, news blares, case calls. You turn up sound, dodge the still. A room empties, no one, just you. Your heart races, thoughts leap, loud. You plug ears, play songs, stay busy. Friends leave, you chase talk, more noise. You flee the quiet, fear its weight. Silence sits, heavy, a mirror too clear. This flight feels safe, a loud shield. But running dims, clouds your deep core. Stillness slips, a calm you lose fast. You feel stretched, torn by the din. You fear the quiet, what it shows. You dread facing your raw, true self. Night falls, alone, the air grows still. You grab the phone, scroll, avoid it. You could drown, keep the sound alive. But stop, breathe, let the noise fade. Marcus knew, silence heals, reveals you. Quiet waits, a space, not a threat. It holds you, asks you to look. Why flee a calm that mends you? Why hide from what's in your heart? A car hums, you turn radio loud. Your mind jumps, flees the empty pause. You crave chatter, a wall from thought. You fear silence, a truth too bare. Pause now, sit, feel the air settle. Let sounds drop, hear your own beat. You long for peace, a steady base. You dread the void, the silent gaze. Work ends, no buzz, just you remain. You rush, call, fill the quiet gap. You could run, keep the noise close, or rest, face the still, the now. Seneca said, "In quiet, find strength. Silence carves, builds your inner root. A walk alone, no hum, no talk. Your feet move, mind darts, seeks sound. You feel exposed, raw, without the din. But stop, ask, what hides in stillness? You seek dignity, a core, unmoved. You fear truth, a mirror too bright. Dawn breaks, world sleeps, quiet reigns. You flinch, reach for noise, a shield. You could flee, chase the loud day, or sit, listen, feel the calm grow. Life roars, pulls, drowns you in sound. You run, hide, keep the chaos near, but breathe. Let the clamor slip away. Silence holds, a space to see clear. You crave strength, a mind at rest. You dread what quiet might wake up. Night deepens, no buzz, just your breath. You feel the weight, the silent call. Breathe slow, sink into the still. Face it, find your steady line. Stillness mends, your power takes hold. More truths wait to anchor your way. Lesson 16, anger owns you. A car cuts close, tires screech loud. Your fists clench, heat floods your veins. You yell, horn blares, pulse races fast. A friend snaps, words sting, sharp, raw. Your chest burns, anger rises, takes hold. You pace, replay, fuel the fire. A boss barks, dismisses your hard work. You boil, want to shout, strike back. Traffic slows, you curse, grip the wheel. Rage feels right. A spark, a burst. This blaze seems quick, a just flame. But anger chains, drags your calm down. It burns your peace, leaves you empty. Thoughts cloud, your steady core shakes. You feel trapped, owned by the heat. You fear this fire, a wild force. You dread losing your cool, your line. A text lands, harsh, your jaw tightens. You type fast, words sharp, ready to cut. You could lash, let rage run free. But stop, breathe, feel the air cool. Marcus knew. You steer your mind. Anger flares, a storm, not your truth. It roars these. If you let it, why let this blaze rule your day? Why give your power to the flame? A stranger glares, tests your thin edge. Your blood heats, hands shake, voice lifts. You could snap, match their loud mess, or pause. See the spark, not you. Epictetus said, you choose your reply. 1. Their heat burns, but can't touch you. You crave stillness, a heart at rest. You fear anger, a master too strong. Kids spill, mess stains, you flare up. Your voice rises, frustration spills, hot. You feel the rush, the quick burst. But stop, ask, does this own me? You long for control, a steady grip. You dread breaking, a slave to rage. Night falls, you sit, the fire lingers. A slight, a jab, replays, burns on. You could feed it, let it grow, or breathe, let the heat slip away. Seneca saw, calm quells the storm. Your strength lies in a quiet choice. A call drops, bad news. You tense, your mind races, wants to fight back. You could yell, let anger steer you, or stand, cool, hold your own ground. Life hums, slights land, tempers test. You feel the pull, the red haze. But stop, see, this isn't your chain. You choose, not the fire, your way. You seek dignity, a core, unswayed. You fear rage, a thief of peace. Dawn breaks, noise stirs, you feel it. A slight lands, anger knocks, loud. Breathe slow, feel your roots, stay firm. Let it pass, a gust, not you. Unmoved, you stand, your calm holds. More truths rise to forge your strength. Lesson 17. You beg for fairness. A co-worker takes credit, your work shines. You clench, feel the sting, the wrong. Life tilts, others win, you lose. You plead inside, demand the scales tip. A friend breaks trust, walks away free. Your chest burns, justice feels so far. You wait, hope fate writes the slight. Eyes dart, you scan for fair play. Someone cuts ahead, line moves, unfair. You fume, whisper, why not me? This cry seems right, a fair ask. But begging bends, cracks your steady core. It pulls, drains, leaves you empty, lost. You chase balance, a ghost, not yours. You feel cheated, small, left behind. You fear a world, cold, unjust. You dread standing, unseen, passed over. A deal sours, they gain, you sink. Your mind spins, craves a level field. You could shout, demand what's owed you. The Stoic stands, lets fairness fade. Epictetus knew, you rule your mind. Life rolls, uneven, a wild, rough road. Others take, thrive, beyond your grip. Why beg for scales to tip right? Why tie your peace to their game? A boss skips you, praise goes elsewhere. Your pulse races, hands shake, heat rises. You could plead, fight for your due. The Stoic breathes, holds a steady line. Breathe now, feel your roots, stay firm. Fairness shifts, a wind, not your chain. You crave dignity, a heart unswayed. You fear a life, tilted, unkind. A stranger wins, you watch, feel less. Your thoughts twist, why them, not me? You could stew, curse the broken rules. The Stoic sees, lets it drift past. Marcus said, accept what comes, stand. Their gain, their path, not your load. A friend bends truth, you feel the cut. You ache, beg for right to win. You could cling, chase a fair fix, or release, find your own calm ground. You long for strength, a core, unmoved. You dread a world, deaf to fair. Dawn breaks, life hums, some rise fast. You feel the sting, the quiet wrong. You could rail, demand the world bend. The Stoic walks, eyes clear, steady. Seneca saw, focus on your step. Your power lies in your own way. A chance fades, others leap, you wait. You burn, crave a turn, a balance. But stop, ask, does this own me? Can unfair shake what I still hold? Life deals, uneven, as storm rolls on. You feel left, robbed, a silent ache. Breathe slow, let the cry slip free. Stand tall, your line, your truth holds. You seek peace, a mind at rest. You fear a game, rigged, new win. Unmoved, you rise, your strength takes root. More truths wait to steady your core. Lesson 18. Loss shakes your core. A door closes, your job vanishes, desk cleared, silent. A friend fades, no call, just gone. Love slips, their warmth turns to dust. Your chest caves, a heavy, dull ache. You grip fragments, hold what was tight. Nights drag, you stare, shadows dance. Loss lands, sharp, a thief in dark. You replay the moment, the final snap. A plan crumbles, dreams scatter, lost. You stand, stunned, feel the ground shift. This feels vast, a wound too deep. Loss cuts, shakes your steady root. You feel hollow, a piece torn out. Doubt grows, clouds your quiet strength. You fear this void, a lasting scar. A pet's gone, their bowl sits empty. Your eyes well, heart twists, raw. You could drown, cling to the pain. Or pause, breathe, feel the air move. The storm took, left you bare, still. Marcus knew. All shifts, let go. Loss flows, a river, not your chain. It carves, stings, then drifts, always does. Why clutch what time takes away? Why let loss steal your calm now? A deal fails, cash dries, hope thins. Your hands shake, you curse the fall. You could wail, fight the cruel tide. Or stop, see the tide, it turns. Seneca whispered, endure, rise, bear it. Loss bites, but you can stand tall. You crave peace, a heart at rest. You dread this hole, a mark forever. A photo fades, you hold it close. Memories sting, you guard them near. You feel the weight, the silent break. But ask, does this own my core? You long for strength, a solid base. You fear crumbling, a fragile shell. Dawn breaks, quiet, loss lingers, soft. You sit, feel the ache, still raw. You could curl, hide, nurse the sting. Or lift eyes, find your steady line. Life takes, strips, leaves you exposed. You feel small, lost in the dark. But breathe, let the hurt slip free. Loss passes, a wave, not your sea. A bone breaks dir snap, out. You ache, wonder why, feel small. You could sink, let loss blind you. Or stand, face it, feel the shift. You seek dignity, a root, unmoved. You dread sinking, lost in grief. Night deepens, stars blink, loss hums. You feel its grip, heavy, tight. Breathe slow, loosen its hold, gentle. All changes, your strength grows in calm. Strength rises, from ashes, still yours. More truths call, to forge your way. Lesson 19. You fear the end. Night falls, a chill creeps in. Your mind drifts, sees a final breath. A clock ticks, time lean closer. Kia, you lie awake, heart thumps, unsteady. What waits beyond? A shadow, unknown. Will you fade, vanish, leave no mark? You picture dark, a vast, cold void. Thoughts spiral, grip you, pull you down. You turn, dodge, push the thought away. Death looms, a truth you can't outrun. This fear feels heavy, a silent chain. It steals your calm, clouds your now. Focus wanes, a slow, creeping fog. You feel small, trapped by the end. You fear the last, the great unknown. You dread no trace, a life erased. A friend falls ill. You flinch, see it. Your chest tightens, thoughts race, wild. You could panic, flee the stark truth. But stop, breathe, feel this moment here. Marcus knew. Death's natural, not evil. All ends, a cycle, like leaves fall. You're part of it, a fleeting spark. Why fear what comes to every soul? Why let the end dim your now? A walk alone, stars blink, fast sky. You feel it, the end, always near. You could shrink, hide from its gaze, or pause. See, this breath is yours. Epictetus said, you live, death waits. It's not here, not in this air. You crave peace, a heart unburdened. You fear silence, a life cut short. A news flash, loss. You freeze up, your pulse jumps, dread wraps you tight. You could spiral, let fear own you. Or stand, face it, hold your ground. Seneca saw, live well, fear less. Your power lies in this day's step. You long for strength, a steady root. You dread the dark, a final close. A child asks, what's after? You pause. Your voice shakes, no clear truth forms. You could dodge, push the question off. Or breathe, say, we have this now. Life hums, days pass, the end nears. You feel its weight, a quiet pressure. But stop, ask, does this rule me? Can fear steal what I still hold? Dawn breaks, light spills, you sit still. The end waits, patient, out of reach. You could tremble, brace for its call. Or rise, act, claim this living day. You seek dignity, a life well walked. You fear fading, a name forgotten. Night deepens, stars burn, you reflect. Death's shadow lingers, soft, not yet. Breathe slow, let the fear slip free. Live now, your strength shapes the mark. Unmoved, you stand, your light burns. More truths rise to guide your core. Lesson 20. You ignore the now. A screen glows, you scroll, time fades. Morning hums, you rush, eyes elsewhere. A coffee cools, untouched, you plan ahead. Kids laugh, you nod. Mind drifts far. Work calls, you grind, tomorrow pulls. You dream big, but today slips quiet. Sunday sets, you blink, hours gone fast. You chase next, miss this breath, this light. A friend speaks you hear, don't listen. You walk streets, see nothing, lost in thought. This feels normal, a forward lean, but ignoring now dims your steady core. Life blurs, moments pass, unclaimed, empty. You feel rushed, a step behind always. You fear missing out, a life half-lived. You dread waking, years gone, nothing held. A task waits, you push it off. Your mind jumps, tomorrow feels more real. You could drift, let now slip through. But stop, breathe, feel this air, alive. Marcus knew, this moment, your all, now holds you, not the distant haze. Each second ticks, a chance, a spark. Why race past what's in your hand? Why let today fade, a ghost? A child tugs, you turn, half there. Your heart stirs, but thoughts pull away. You long to pause, to truly see. You fear a life, rushed, never full. Pause now, stand, taste this breath. Feel your feet, the ground, the now. You crave presence, a heart right here. You dread losing days, a blur, no mark. A call comes, you answer, mind elsewhere. Words pass, you nod, miss their weight. You could coast, let now slide by. Or sink in, here, hold this beat. Seneca said, grasp today, it's yours. Your power lies in this single pulse. You walk, trees sway, you barely notice. Your mind leaps, plans, worries, next, next. You feel the pull, the fleeting now. But stop, ask, where am I truly? You seek dignity, a life lived deep. You fear skimming, a surface, no depth. Dawn breaks, light spills, you stir slow. You reach for plans, skip this dawn's glow. You could run, chase the coming hour, or stay, feel the warmth, this day. Life hums, moments stack, they pass quick. You feel the rush, the quiet loss. But breathe, root here, claim this now. Each step, each glance builds your core. You long for strength, a present stand. You dread a life, missed, left behind. Night falls, you sit, the world quiets. Today's gone, did you hold it close? Breathe slow, feel this pulse, still yours. Now shapes you, a truth to grip. Presence holds, your strength takes root. More truths rise, to anchor your way. Night falls, a single light flickers. Soft, dim, shadows stretch, the world grows still. You sit, thoughts settle, heavy, quiet. The day's noise fades, a distant hum. You feel it now, deep, rising, slow. Strength stirs, a root taking hold. Not loud, not fierce, but steady, sure. You've walked through fire, stood through storms. Words cut, losses stung, cows pulled. Yet here you are, unmoved, whole. Your heart beats, calm, a silent vow. The truths linger, carved in your core. They whisper, guide, hold you firm. Will you stand tall or slip again? Will you grip this calm or let go? Look out, stars burn, vast, untouched. They don't judge, don't sway, just shine. You're here, now, this breath, this choice. What will you carry into dawn? Who will you be when light returns? You know the weight, the quiet fight. You've felt the pull, the urge to break. But something holds, a line, a truth. Dignity waits in your next step. No need to shout, to prove, to chase. Your power lies in this stillness. The world spins, loud, it always will. People rush, clash, fade, come again. You could bend, join the restless tide, or sit, breathe, let it pass by. You've learned to pause, to guard your peace. You've seen the cost of reckless heat. Now, feel this moment, raw, alive. It's yours, a spark, a fleeting gift. Will you hold it or look away? The night deepens, the light holds fast. You're not alone, not lost, not small. These truths, they stay, a quiet map. They point within, to your own ground. No applause needed, no eyes to please. Your strength burns, a fire no wind breaks. You've stood where others fell, stayed true. This is enough. This is your line. If you need us, we're here, silent. No noise, no push, just steady truth. Write it down, not for us, for you. Carry this calm, wherever you go. Tomorrow waits, but now is yours. Stand firm, your strength, your truth, your way.